what challenges have you all had being influencers, and how have you overcome those challenges?
I would say there's a lot of online bullying. It's something, especially as your audience grows, as you get more views and you get more followers, you just get more exposure to people who disagree with whatever you're trying to say. Even if I don't say anything, I have a tattoo that says vegan, and my picture can have no caption, but my tattoo is so triggering for some people because they see the word vegan and they instantly start insulting me, and they'll write long paragraphs just about how much they hate me, and I don't know them. I've never, talked to them before. So that was one of the biggest obstacles I had in the beginning when I started to really utilize social media, was just getting over that hurdle of dealing with all of these strangers who just want to tear you down, and you don't know why, because you're just trying to put out your message and live your life. But over time, it's something that you learn how to just kind of let it go and not let it affect you. So I would say that was probably the biggest obstacle. Right. I think everything else, a lot of stuff about social media is awesome. Creating an audience and a culture and connecting with other influencers is amazing, but the online bullying is definitely like a hurdle.
Right. You got to learn how to not take it personal.
Exactly.
Yeah. It definitely is. Something I've experienced that is weird and has been a hurdle is having my inbox flooded by farmers. I've had a lot of dairy farmers reach out to me in very peculiar ways. Some have been very friendly, seriously. Some have been very friendly, and there are some dairy farmers that I feel for. I actually had a dairy farmer reach out to me privately and say, I don't think what I'm doing is right, and I don't think I can do this anymore. What do I do? And I went to his profile to make sure that he was a real dairy farmer, and lo and behold, he was. And I said to him, I didn't know what to say to him, but I pointed him to some resources and never heard back, so I can only assume he's still a dairy farmer. But I've had online bullying, a lot of it. And I've had darlings of the dairy industry, not to sound condescending, really do some pretty powerful smears against me, and really insult my character, insult where I came from, hardships I've been through that have nothing to do with dairy or plants. Just and they'll look at you and they'll just point out your flaws, and you're stupid. It's like, I'm not stupid. Dairy is scary.
But how do you deal with that yourself? Is it just about not taking it personally, or like?
I'm archiving the messages, so I'll probably do something with them in the future. Yeah. I don't know, you just have to, people are sensitive, we're all just mammals. Mm-hmm. We're all just mammals, and we're sensitive, and I'm sensitive. Sometimes I'll reply, I'll be like, that hurt my feelings, and they'll be like, oh, well, But you can only do so much. Anything you put out on the internet, or as an influencer, as an athlete, you're gonna get criticism, so you just have to let it roll off your shoulders and continue to stand for what you believe in.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Yes.
All right, so for me, I do food justice work. What that means is fighting against food deserts or food swamps, the lack of healthy food options in communities and urban areas across the country. And for me, one of the most difficult things was, I grew up in South Central, but for me, one of the most difficult things was tailoring a message to a community that doesn't have any options to eat healthy. So you talk to them about eating healthy, but then they can't go eat healthy because there's nothing there. So how do we get them on the same track as eating healthy plant-based food options and things like that, and educating them about something that they have to now figure out how to go get it, because it's not offered to them in their communities with the time restraints that they have, because a lot of people who live in these kind of communities work 2 to 3 jobs and have kids, and the time is really short, is strained for them. They don't have spare time. Most people are going plant-based for health reasons, not because of the animals. Yes, we love the animals, but what is most near and dear to people? Their health and the health of their family members, right? What's going to be more inspirational, what's going to be more of an influence for them to make that change? Seeing the animals die, which is socially is normal because we grew up in that, or seeing their family members die of a heart attack or something that they didn't need to, there's a way to make that change. So you pull on those heartstrings, and it's not like we have to do a bunch of advertising or anything about it. It's happening. 60% communities of color, in Mexico, the #1 cause of death in Mexico is diabetes. That's totally, you can go on a plant-based diet and switch all that up. And so like just in providing options and resources to people and creating copy and all that stuff that will actually resonate and it's palatable. It's been a challenge, but it's a great challenge. And so, yeah.
I would think that also, you know, with the social justice part, making people understand our role in that too. You know, the fact that people are living in food deserts is a reflection of our society as a whole. It's not that those people they shouldn't live there and they put themselves in the situation, but it's all of our responsibilities to do something about that and to make it so that's not the case.